Let's talk about it. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue, man. What's goody with my peoples? Let's cook. Let's cook. Let's Sam cook. Because there got to be some answers, man. Mike Biggs Boxing, Scant Rants, Emmanuel Momo, B Mac, Anthony Fisher J. Jr., salute. Jafari Caesar, TZ Franks, Kain Sensei, salute. Christopher West, Asarallah, Shapaz Ben Yamadan, salute to you. King Sensei, salute. What's good with you, King? Robert Corolla, salute. J Jerk, Hard Body, JT Timo, salute. Yeah. He said, get over it. You get over it. Fonte Hash, salute. John Simon, salute. Space Ape Terrell, salute. Marcus Cano, Thomas Moreland, salute, salute, salute. Eddie Alejandre, salute. Syndicate J, my guy, salute. J.K. Shea, salute. John Doe, T. Raphael, Toby Players, Johnny Bryant, Drew Titan, my brother, what's good with you? Mike Mo, salute. Why not? Salute. Train Deuce Deuce, salute. Richard McCrae, salute. Curtis Haskins, salute. Big Zoe, salute. Yeah, smash the like button. Scant Rant, salute. He said, you almost got it right this time. LO, you got it the first time. First name right. Yeah, difficult, man. Corey Baccarat, salute. Salute to Turkey, man. I hope everybody's safe out there. Fab 19, salute. Brandon Corey Williams, salute. Corey Williams, salute. Jay Meyer, salute. Cooper Packtober, salute. Mr. Kaboom, salute. Millionaire Mindset, salute. Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens, salute. Mr. Injured, salute. Sugar Fantastic, salute in the super chat. What's shaking with you? Zaza Brown, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing? BK Don 718 in the building. Kick Science Socially, Arturo Shotty, Big Jag, Nicholas Brady, Kai TV. Salute, salute, salute. TZ Franks, Sports Guy 17, Champions First Sports and Entertainment, salute. Boxing fan, salute. Yeah, Big Zo, salute. Guillermo Kayasuk, salute. Will White, salute. IHOP for life, salute. Appreciate you, King. My son in the building, John Arcenegas. What's good with you, baby boy? How you feeling? Love you too, kid. Esteban Blondet, salute. Xavier Moses, salute. Tariq Reed, salute. Salute to Philadelphia, man. King Ice, salute. Bruh Corvin, salute. We gonna open up the phone lines today, man. CSM HBJ, J-Dog, salute. Samuel Adams, salute. Lord Roker, salute. Because I want y'all opinion, man. I'm a cook. Terrence Franklin, Harold Tatum, salute. Yeah, man. Trying to avoid people by all means, man. By all means, man. We're gonna have the phone lines open, but I want to cook before we open up the phone lines. And I want to say this, man. E double, salute. Malik Haru Asar, salute. Salute, King. Avery Adams, salute. David Hyde, salute. Yeah, he turned off his IG comments. Hey, listen, we got 170 people in the building. Let's get 170 likes, man. We haven't even got 70 likes. H-Town 713, Kareem Battle, salute. Harold Tatum, BM20, salute. I'm gonna cook on this, right? But I want to try to get them likes up first. Because we got 155 people. Ernest Johnson, salute. We should have, the likes should be matching the people. Too early for the detractors to be out. We know they ain't out yet. It's too early. They'll be in here soon, but not yet. They'll be in here, but not yet. It's too early for them. You only get about 4 of them this early, man. This early in the video. So we gonna cook on this, right? So salute to my brother, Young Pharaoh. Salute to the king, Young Pharaoh. Man, doing his research, man. doing his due diligence, and he don't have a dog in the race. That's what people don't understand about young Pharaoh in this situation. That's what's being missed in its entirety, right? Is young Pharaoh doesn't have a dog in the race because young Pharaoh, Playboy Marley, salute, is not he already he has his own lane of what he does and what he brings to the table for our people. So young Pharaoh, right, is not in this to see. People love to say, we have Deontay Wilder fanboys and Pacquiao fanboys and Canelo Alvarez fanboys and Joshua fanboys, so on and so forth. Y'all get the point, right? That's not the case with young Pharaoh. So when people say, as if young Pharaoh is just making up stuff, you need to do your research first. Antonio Williams, salute. Salute to Panama. People need to do their research, man. Smash the like button. We should have 200 likes, man. We got over 200 people. P. Depp, salute. Maurice McElroy, salute. So people don't understand, Tony Boswell, salute, where young Pharaoh's coming from. B. Max, salute. Because young Pharaoh doesn't, like I said, he doesn't have a dog in the race. This Dwayne Yosef, salute. So he's doing his due diligence solely based off of fairness. But you guys are fueling him. Asad Nakib, salute. See, the people that come out and they be like, oh, they try to debunk him, that's fueling him. Eduardo Santiago, salute. That fuels young Pharaoh because he doesn't have a dog in the race. So, the truth, salute. So people don't understand. See, I've been watching young Pharaoh for years. You understand? Salute to my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building, that super chat. He says, salute to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV. Fury know he cheated. Wilder, I don't respect that coward. Hashtag bomb squad. Yep. So see, I've been watching young Pharaoh when he first got started. See, a lot of y'all are just introduced to young Pharaoh based off of this situation. Hey, somebody get that dude, Mad Mess. Yeah, get him out of here. And don't time him out. Just block him altogether. So, see, if you don't know young Pharaoh and you haven't been watching young Pharaoh and don't understand his journey, then you get people that just come, Unique Dawn, salute. You get people that just come and watch young Pharaoh solely, they've been introduced to him based off of this situation, and they have no idea who he is and what he's about. I know all the young Pharaoh stories that's been presented to us from him that he, present to the world. So I've been watching young Pharaoh for quite some time. Quite some time. Whether it's come to eating habits, a lot of people don't even know who said he is. Damian Foster, Talib Cunningham, salute. Or and I know they have their differences and him and Brother Polite and things of that nature. Man, but I've been watching him for years. You understand? So this is nothing. Young Pharaoh is not new to this. Yeah, Sarah Susan Seti, right. So I've been watching them far before this situation even came about. So when people are just introducing themselves to him, right, and he's being introduced to him from this situation, and they're trying to make it that Orlando Garcia, salute. Yeah, I spoke to Wilder. Yes, I have. D Sims, salute. K Max, salute. Nicholas Brady, salute. Hendo Stick, salute in the super chat. Salute, Blue. I appreciate you keeping it real forever, my brother. Salute. Appreciate you, King, in that super chat. So a lot of people are just introduced to young Pharaoh. Behind the scenes, it cracks me up because they don't understand the motivation of young Pharaoh. Stephen Lamontis Hawkins, B&B Boston, salute. A lot of people don't understand who and how young Pharaoh, the makeup of him. So you're only motivating him. Every time you try to debunk something he's saying, you're only going to motivate him to do even more research. You're going to motivate him to dig deeper, right? And he's going to come up with, because this is, it's not about, it's just about right and wrong when it comes to young Pharaoh. And see, this is where people are misunderstanding the situation. Underground Asylum, salute. When it comes to young Pharaoh, people are misunderstanding the situation when it comes to him. Now, it's one thing if you say, hey, Blue Blood, or you say Fred, or you say, Ego, or you say, so on and so forth, right? Because we are boxing channels. So, of course, right? Of course, you're going to have people that come and they're going to say, oh, Blue Blood favors this person, or Blue Blood favors that person, right? That comes with the territory. That's not the lane for him, for young Pharaoh. So when he's coming up with this stuff, right, you are only fueling the situation. So to the point, right, he's digging deeper and deeper, right? And so I saw a video that he did, and then I saw the video I did with the knuckles, with the stains on the knuckles, right? And so DB, salute. New Caddy, salute. Tony Boswell, salute. So, right, it's nonstop. Like, remember the Terminator? He absolutely will not stop. Remember that on the Terminator? BBG, salute. Unique Dawn, salute. So, remember that? Jupiter B, salute. Remember that? He absolutely will not stop. Remember that? That's it. That's young Pharaoh. Vincent B, salute. But he's just continuing to be motivated. That's all that is. So, anyway, we see all the evidence presented to us. Right? Stevie Wonder can see this. Ray Charles can see this. You understand me? Right? Mr. Sipper, salute. And so, Lord Rocker, salute. So, my question is this. If Tyson Fury did what he said he was going to do, smash the like button, man. We got 400 people here. Let's get 400 likes. Zen Fuji, salute. We have 400 people. Let's get 400 likes, man. How come we don't have 150 likes? Smash the like button. Support the channel. So, with that said, right? With that said, we see the evidence presented, right? You see there is impossible. So here's the thing, Black Attorney, salute. It's impossible, Jeff the producer, salute. If I put gauze and then hand wraps, right? And then gloves on, why would these two knuckles here be the ones with stains on them? These two knuckles. And Jeff Jack, salute. And on top of it, right? Under here, it's more stains. Why isn't there stains on this side of the wraps? And down here on the wraps? Right? Why isn't there any stains there? Right? And then, on top of this, and we're going to open the phone lines in a second. Just give me a second. We're going to open up the phone lines. Mystique Red, salute. Because I want to get y'all's opinion on this. But I'm curious. B-Man 910, salute. 88 Sports Talk, salute. I'm curious to know, as much as Tyson Fury talks, as much as Tyson Fury promotes himself, as vocal as Tyson Fury is, he arguably has the biggest win in his career. Saudi Wadi, salute. He has the biggest win in his career, Tyson Fury, and he's mute. Why is he mute? TJ Wilkins, salute. Antonio Williams, salute. Solar, salute. Why is he mute on this subject, on this topic, on any topic? It doesn't even have to be on this topic. It doesn't have to be on the topic of the gloves. It don't have to be the topic of the samples. It don't have to be the topic of any of those things. But Tyson Fury, I want to get this out. Tyson Fury is with top rank CEO and promoter Bob Arum. Justin Swain, salute. Mark Wonderley, salute. And Bob Arum is never shy on words, never short on words. And Bob Arum would love to promote his fighters if they want to be promoted. Okay? He's also with ESPN, worldwide leader in sports. Okay? The fight was promoted on the Super Bowl. The fight was promoted, the Mile of the Plant-Based Pugilism, salute. Pugilism, Nino Brown, salute. The fight was promoted on the Super Bowl. The fight was promoted Super Bowl week. The fight was promoted in basketball games. The fight was promoted on Fox. The fight was promoted on ESPN. The fight was promoted on First Take. Deion Folks, salute. The fight was promoted on Undisputed. Lala D, peace and blessings, Queen. Where you been at? You been playing hooky. Tyson King, salute. Lala D, where you been at? So the fight was promoted on Undisputed, on First Take, 2 different networks, right? Swag U1, salute. Jamal Hakeem, salute. It was promoted on Why Not, salute. Leopsy, salute. It was promoted on everything, right? It was absolutely promoted on everything, right? So, Kyle Brown, salute. So can somebody please explain to me, after the fight, now this was pegged as the biggest fight since Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. Am I right or am I wrong, my peoples? The Thinking Table, salute. He said, I know you spoke to the champ, but I really hope he 100% focused on what needs to be done. Wilder's going to have to make a statement next fight. Bomb Squad. Yes, sir. Salute to you, King, for the super chat. The fight was promoted as the biggest fight, Moose Goose, salute. As the biggest fight, Big T 414, 14-14, salute. I remember the GOAT, salute. This was promoted as the biggest fight since Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier won. That's how this fight was promoted. And if it didn't come second to that, it came third to Holyfield and Tyson. Or Tyson and Holyfield. I mean, Lewis or Tyson, right? It didn't fall short of 3. Right? It was promoted as the biggest fight in boxing. Am I right, my peoples? Right. So now, with that said, you mean to tell me after the win, Tyson Fury did what he said he was going to do? He was telling everybody that would listen that he was going to stop Deontay Wilder. Right? He was going to stop Deontay Wilder. Isn't this what he said he was going to do, leading up to the fight? He said, I'm going to stop him. I'm going to knock him out. And nobody believed him. And remember, he sat on Sky Sports. He sat on BT Sports. He sat on every network possible. This fight was promoted on DAZN. It's not even a DAZN fight. Craig Mack, salute. Not even a DAZN fight. Okay? Tyson Fury told the build-up to every interview here Tyson Fury talk. He said, I went to Germany and I beat Vladimir Klitschko in his backyard. Now I'm going to go to the States and I'm going to knock Deontay Wilder out in his backyard. This is what he said. Hector Trossi, salute. Brian Smith, salute. Darryl Zapedia, salute. JMJ 2121, salute. Lawrence RBE, salute. This is what he said. Destin Taylor, salute. Roland Markland, salute, right? Now you go in there, you stop him. And I'm going to tell you why this is the biggest fight in his career. Not the Vladimir Klitschko fight. I'm going to tell you why. Why? Because we saw Vladimir Klitschko knocked out in his career before. We saw this movie before with Vladimir Klitschko. Okay? We saw Vladimir Klitschko lose fights that he shouldn't have lost. Okay? We saw Vladimir Klitschko knocked out. We saw Vladimir Klitschko lose. Right? So Vladimir Klitschko, up until the Tyson Fury fight, right, had already previously lost to Layman Brewster, which he was TKO'd. He lost to Jamil McCline, right? He lost to Ross Purity in his career, okay? So Vladimir Klitschko was knocked out. He was decisioned, and he was TKO'd in his career already prior to losing to Tyson Fury. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't a surprise to see Tyson Fury outbox Vladimir Klitschko. And Vladimir Klitschko was, I believe he was 39, 40 years old, right? And he lost to Corey Sanders, right? So we saw this movie before when it comes to Vladimir Klitschko. You understand what I'm saying? So we saw this movie before when it comes to Vladimir Klitschko. So I'm giving you the reason why the biggest win in his career was this Wilder fight. So he went to Germany. Yes, he went to his backyard, but we saw this movie before. We saw it play out in the ending where Vladimir Klitschko got an L in the second column. We never saw Deontay Wilder lose any fight. We saw him in a draw, but there was a lot of controversy, right? Because we saw him in a draw, but a lot of people felt like he knocked Tyson Fury out. Then on the flip side of that, people thought Tyson Fury outboxed him, but he dropped Tyson Fury twice in a fight, action-packed fight, right? So we never saw Deontay Wilder lose. So to do what you said, we didn't even see him on the canvas. We saw him in this fight twice on the canvas, and the fight was stopped. And we saw his lip bleeding, his ear bleeding, his nose bleeding, right? And he looked fatigued. We've never saw that from Deontay Wilder in any fight. Marquise Johnson, salute. Okay? So Tyson Fury is a man who brags about his accomplishments, right? And so, again, leading up into this fight, every time you saw Tyson Fury do an interview, Tyson Fury talked about going to Germany and beating Vladimir Klitschko. Every interview you saw, he mentioned some mention of Vladimir Klitschko because that was the biggest fight win in his career. Marvin Tolber, salute, right? So now you mean to tell me, after getting the biggest win in your career, stopping Deontay Wilder, we never even seen him on the canvas, yet we seen him on the canvas twice in this fight. We never seen him bleeding like that, yet we seen him bleeding out his nose, ear, mouth, and everything in this fight. We never seen him this fatigued in this situation. Yet we saw him hurt in the Luis Ortiz fight in the 7th round in the first fight, but we never saw him in this magnitude. And people could say he was losing every round in the second fight until he knocked Ortiz out, but still, it wasn't to this magnitude, right? So arguably, this is the biggest win in Tyson Fury's career, right? Okay, Fonte Hash, salute. So how come immediately following this fight, Boxing on Straight Right, salute. How come immediately after this fight was promoted on ESPN, this fight was promoted on Fox, this fight was promoted everywhere you can think of. That's how this fight was promoted. So you mean to tell me, after this enormous win in Tyson Fury's career, why wasn't he on First Take with Skip with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman? And on top of this, you could say Undisputed is a situation where Undisputed is a situation where, it's a situation where Shannon Sharp is a retired football player, and Skip Bayless doesn't really delve into boxing. But you can't say that when it comes to First Take, because Max Kellerman started with boxing. So Max Kellerman essentially is a boxing analyst turned multi-sports analyst. But he was a boxing analyst first. He's more well known for being a boxing analyst. You understand? More so than any other sport with Max Kellerman, right? So wouldn't you just automatically assume, does it go hand in hand that you signed to ESPN? That's your platform, right? So imagine this. Dwayne Yosef, salute. The Dazzling Urban Knight, salute. Could you imagine this? Imagine Deontay Wilder won the fight, and then he didn't go on any PBC networks. Imagine that. Imagine you didn't see Deontay Wilder on nothing major after winning that fight. We saw Tyson Fury on Max on Boxing once. Peace and blessings to the Queen, Beverly Rose Boxing and Entertainment. Peace and blessings, Queen. Right? So imagine you see Deontay Wilder appear on something once after winning the biggest fight, the second biggest heavyweight fight since Ali and Frazier. With the way social media is today, with the way platforms are built today, with the sports networks that's today, you don't see Deontay Wilder on. I saw Tyson Fury on Max on Boxing once. So you mean to tell me he's mute up until this point? Why? What's the reasoning? Miguel J said, is Wilder doing interviews? Not yet. Jersey Warrior, salute. Right? And so I continue to hear people say, wow, well, everybody's making, I'm hearing these other channels, these other platforms, and these other news outlets. I continue to hear these people say this, right? They continue to say, well, all of these guys are making, putting up these videos and fighting the fight for Deontay Wilder, but you don't hear nothing from Deontay Wilder. Well, how come we don't hear nothing from the winner defending himself either? OPJ 5E, salute. Why? Why? Because if this was if this was look at Mike Cotto said it hasn't been and don't time them out. I got him. Raymond Saranash, salute. He goes, it hasn't been 3 months. Let him enjoy his time. What are you talking about? You got to promote a victory. What are you talking about? You ever see somebody win the Super Bowl and don't do a parade? Huh? You ever see somebody win the NBA Finals and don't do a parade? You ever see somebody win the Stanley Cup in the NHL and not have a parade? I live in New York. The Yankees win the World Series, and the parade is endless almost. You're gonna get the MVP of the parade, MVP of the World Series, right? You're gonna get players on everything on radio station. I live here in New York. If I turn on 98.7 ESPN radio in New York after a New York team wins a world championship, they're going to be all over the radio. All of the players. Not even just the stars. Anthony James, salute. Not even just the stars. Destin Taylor, salute. But Max Kellerman is the boxing analyst, the boxing specialist for ESPN. So you're going to tell me that he only did ESPN's Max on Boxing, but he wasn't put on. First Take is the biggest show on ESPN. There's no bigger show on ESPN than First Take. The biggest show on ESPN is First Take. It's the biggest show. Money J97, salute. The biggest show on ESPN is First Take. Maurice Ingram, salute. Hurricane Carlos, salute. Right? So how come he wasn't on ESPN's First Take? Gold, salute. Every time I turned around, there was other platforms and other things of that nature that Tyson Fury did multiple interviews with leading up to the fight. During training camp, Daniel Guzman, salute. During training camp, Tyson Fury was doing interviews. So now it's all over. Rex Jamal, salute. Now it's all over. And there's no interviews from him? So to leading up into the fight, the most important time dealing with the fight is your training camp. Quad Jackson, salute. The most important time for a fighter is training camp, right? There's not a more important time than training camp, right? Right? Am I right or am I wrong? That's the most important time for a boxer going into a fight is training camp, right? So you go to training camp and you're willing to give out all these interviews to build up the fight. See Love, salute in the super chat. They know what happened. They're working on cover up. Right? So the biggest time, the most, and salute to you in the super chat too. That's the most important time. Get YOLO out of here. Get YOLO out of here. Right? That's the most important time, right? Tyson Fury was doing interviews with whoever and however, as many interviews as possible. Be fighter, salute. Appreciate you. Truth will set you free, salute. So he did interviews then, but you don't see none now? Why not? Why would you go in seclusion after this? Boxing goes, salute. I'm just asking the question, right? And so this is the biggest win in your career, and you don't want to talk about it. Just let that sink in. Have you ever seen a Super Bowl without a parade? A World Series win without a parade? Have you ever seen any type of championship format? Right? I'll give you another. Anthony Joshua beat Andrew Weiss, right? Tanya Marie, salute. She said, yep. She said, Fury too outspoken to be so quiet. That's my point. That's my point. We got 550 people. Let's get 550 likes. Frank Stoner, salute. Black Undertaker, salute. Roland Markland, salute. So, CC Biz, salute. So, here's the thing, right? Smash that like button, man. Get them likes up. We got 550 people. Let's get 550 likes. Wawa 930 2010, salute. So, here's the thing, right? Like she said, Fury is too outspoken and be so quiet. Yes, he is. Mr. 1609, salute. Salute to Augusta, Georgia. I can't understand Jamal Hakeem, salute. Carlo Realis, salute. I can't understand the silence. For what? Kieran Alexis, salute. Now, let's get to the pictures, right? There's blood stains, Adrian Foe, salute, on the two knuckles, the pinky and the ring finger knuckles. Jason J, salute. There's stains right here on the pinky and the ring finger knuckles, right? There's stains right here on the wrist. And guess what hand it is? Darlin James, salute. You got it, the left hand. Now you're gonna hear these guys that come out and they just refuse to, you got some people that just refuse to admit that they just don't like Deontay Wilder. But instead of them saying that, they're acting like we are the ones that's off pace. Big Ruck, salute. Azda D, salute. Brandon Shamar, salute. Darryl Austin Jr., salute. Narco Hampton TV, salute. Right? They're going to tell us that we the ones that's off track. We the ones that's out of shape. See, I always say this and I always tell y'all this, right? A lot of people are out of shape because they got too many squares in their circle. And squares don't fit in their circle. That's why they out of shape, right? Get it? Squares and circles, right? So they're going to try to tell us we the squares trying to get in the circle. Right? They trying to convince the people that we the squares that's trying to get in the circle. When in fact, they're not even trying to get on shape. They're just sitting on the couch. Not only are they not trying to fit in our circle, but they're not even trying to get in shape. They're just sitting on the couch. They're being Monday morning quarterbacks. You understand what I'm saying? So here's the thing, right? Right. See, Tanya Marie said, if you just beat the boogeyman of the heavyweight division, I would be shouting it from the mountaintop. That's exactly. So when he beat Otto Wallin, when he beat Tom Schwartz, it was more promotion after beating Otto Wallin and Tom Schwartz after the fight than it was this fight. I'll say this again. There was more promotion after beating Otto Wallin and Tom Schwartz after there was this fight. How could that be possible? Now, that doesn't ring a bell to anybody. That doesn't get none of the wheels turning? Shakur Stevenson fight is canceled. Doke 637, salute. Boughton South D-Town, my brother, salute. K-Max, salute. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? That don't get the wheels turning? So let me get this straight. Let's just put this in a context, right? LeBron James, Dog 215, salute. William Williams, salute. Imagine this. Imagine Anthony Joshua gets all the hype and all the publicity for beating Carlos Takam, because I can't say Dillian White because that's a big fight. I can't say Alexander Povetkin because that's a bigger fight. I can't say Andy Ruiz because that's a big fight. But Anthony Joshua beats Carlos Takam. And Anthony Joshua gets promoted and praised for that victory after the fight, right? He's everywhere. Then Anthony Joshua defeats Deontay Wilder, and he has nothing to say. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Michael Wilson, salute. Warren Brad, salute. Let that sink in. How does that even, that doesn't start to get nobody, that don't feel something is that don't raise nobody's antennas? I'm just saying. And so now we got the pictures, right? Let's look at these pictures. If I got a glove on, see, people will tell you the glove is not there to protect the fighter, the opponent. The glove is there to protect the guy that's fighting. So that way, see, the gloves were put in place so that the fighters will be able to continue fighting more often and they can make more money. You guys understand that? That's why the gloves were made. Time to ante up. Salute in the super chat. He says, salute Blue at Blue Blood King. Salute 100 to you, King. The truth, salute. Right? That's why the gloves were put in place. Okay. It's so the fighters' hands that are actually competing, it's not to protect their opponent, it's to protect their hands so that they can continue fighting, because if they can't fight, then they can't make money. You understand where this goes? Right? Abu Khalik Harrisel, salute. You understand? J. Giovanni 86, salute. Right? That's why the gloves were created. Now, if the gloves were created so that the fighter with the gloves on can protect himself, then somebody please explain to me, how is there stains on Tyson Fury's knuckles, but only these two knuckles? So, what you're telling me is, if Tyson Fury took his hand wraps off, then only these two knuckles should show some damage, right? Chevelle Solomon, salute. Baltimore in the building. Right? These two knuckles, right? So, currently today, if we saw Tyson Fury left knuckles, then these two knuckles should be damaged. Right? Steven Johnson, salute. Adrian Foe, salute. AA Tennant, salute. Salute to Jamaica. I'll show you again. There's stains there, right? See the stains? Look at the stains. Stains right here on the left knuckle, and then there's stains right here. You see where the arrows are? I created the arrows. I put the arrows there. Right? This is both his left hand. Left hand, left hand. So they try to tell you they tell anybody that would listen. And this is another thing. People love to say, well, that was the first fight. Why are you talking about the first fight? Let's talk about the second fight. Well, my people, that picture is from the second fight. Going to say it again. That picture is from the second fight. The picture I just showed you is from the second fight. Ernest Martinez Jr., salute. Now, it's his left glove again. If indeed his fists, Mike Cap, salute, are in the glove, why are these two knuckles damaged? So now let's do, and I'm going to do y'all one better now. I'm going to do y'all one better. Right? Is there any damage to his left glove that his knuckles should be bleeding inside? This is where the knuckles would be, right? Because your thumb are on the other side. So this is where your knuckles would be, right? The two knuckles that are damaged, that have the stains. Hurricane Carter, Donna Jackson, salute. GT Entertainment, salute. Is this glove showing any damage? Is this glove showing, does he have any damage to that left glove? For there to be an issue with his left two knuckles. The correct answer for that is no. It's no. So, therefore, we need answers. Now, this is what people will tell you. Raekwon Bell, salute. This is what people will tell you. Well, the Sweet Science Examiner, salute. FN, salute. So, the Tim B, salute. Chris Brown, 4-5, salute. So, the people now will tell you, well, that's all. That's from the first fight. No, the stains on his wraps are from the second fight. Oh, and I want to do y'all one better, right? William Randall, yeah. I'm old now, man. I'm on the wrong side of 40, brother. Now I do it to stay in shape. Kenneth Johnson, salute. Now, so this is the thing. Here's the thing. Right? I appreciate you, King. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side of 40, good brother. So how did we know about Antonio Margarito's hand wraps and his glove situation with Miguel Cotto the first time? You got it. The pictures of his hand wraps having stains on them, right? That's how Miguel Cotto, it was brought to Miguel Cotto's attention, right? Miguel Cotto saw the hand wraps. He saw the stains on the hand wraps. TJ Sports Talk, salute. And Miguel Cotto showed anybody that listened, he said, look at the hand wraps. Get him out of here. Remember that? Salute to my brother A Weapons in the super chat. He said, just showing support. Keep grinding, Blue. Salute, LDBC. Yes, sir. My brother A Weapons is coming up with all types of different ideas for some new merch for me, man. So salute to my brother A Weapons. Now I'm going to show y'all something that's really going to trip y'all out right now. I'm going to show y'all something. See, because just like the brother Young Pharaoh, your boy Blue does his research as well. This one is really going to trip you out. And I'm going to do a video about this later on as well. But this one is really going to trip you out. This one is really going to get you. And I'm going to do a video about this later. But when I show you guys this, right? Y'all going to be tripped out. See, your boy Blue does his research. I'm not just sitting on my hands. Jonas Khalid, salute. Let me show y'all this. What y'all see right here? Can anybody tell me what's that? Whose glove is that? Whose hand wrap is that? There's a little light right there. Can anybody tell me whose hand wrap is that? Peace and blessings to the Queen Lala D in the super chat. She said they'd rather say no excuses than no cheating. Yep. Whose hand wrap is that? Whose hand wrap is that? It looked familiar, right? Who hand wrap is that? That looks familiar, right? That looks familiar, right? That hand wrap looks familiar? It looks familiar, right? Look who hand wrap it is. Look who hand wrap that is. Look who hand wrap. Don't that look familiar? Doesn't that look familiar? Do you one better, my peopleizations. Look where the stains are. Look where the stains are. And this is all alleged. But let me show y'all something. Look where the stains are on Margarito's knuckles. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see the stains? Where the stains are? Can y'all see where the stains are on the knuckles? It's too bright. So I'm going to tell y'all where the stains are because it's bright, right? You know where the stains are? On the wrist, on the pinky, and the ring finger. It's on the pinky and the ring finger. The stains. Let me see if y'all can see it better this way. D Soul 2009, salute. Lala D said, Blue, you didn't read my super chat, and I put TLC into that comment. I read it, Queen. Lala D, I read your super chat. I read your super chat, Lala. I said they'd rather say no excuses than no cheating. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. So the stains on Margarito's ring finger and pinky finger are the same place the stains are on Tyson Fury's. Now look at Tyson Fury's. There's the stain right there. Ring finger and pinky, right? Sean Snowden, salute. Ring finger and pinky, right there. That's where the stains are. Margarito. Ring finger and pinky. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And salute to my brother Boxer Ego. Because Boxing Ego put the puzzle together and realized that the guy that was with Margarito with this hand wrap situation is the same guy that's connected to Tyson Fury. What do you know? Salute to my brother Bish B Megastar in the building. Well, what do you know? Hey, now you guys can do whatever you so choose to do with this here information that I'm presenting to you. I'm just presenting to you a little bit of info. Emmanuel Momo, salute. Yeah, the guy that was caught. Yep, go to Boxing Ego's channel, right? He was the one that discovered this. Anthony Fisher J. Jr. in the super chat. Salute to Blue Blood and the LDBC. Give that man his belt back. Yeah, salute to you, King. Salute to Boxing Ego, right? Boxing Ego was the one that did his research and figured out the link between these two gentlemen. So on Boxing Ego's channel, Trump channel, salute. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, the Boxing Creed 215, salute. Antoine Reed, salute. Anthony Hernandez, salute. So I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on the situation. Right? Hey, and I mean, you can do what you want with the information. I'm just giving it to you. Mr. Ed, salute. It's like when you go to school, you go to college, man. You get your diploma. You get your diploma and you get your degree. And listen, they done gave you the knowledge. Now it's up to you to do whatever you feel is necessary to make it useful. Smash the like button. We got 630 people here. How come we don't have 630 likes? Smash the like button. You know, so I'm just gonna bring you guys a little bit of knowledge. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do. Terrence Johnson, salute. You understand what I'm saying? So now let's open up the phone lines, man. Y'all know. Listen, somebody, Tim B, salute. Drop the number. Skills from New Orleans, salute. Travis Touchdown, salute. Go ahead and drop the number in the chat room. And so the phone lines will be open, man. So y'all can go ahead and call in and drop your opinion. Yep. Drop the number in the call in. So we go ahead and cook. Let y'all go ahead and cook for a while, man. We're gonna keep the time to a minimum because, you know, it's Saturday night and your boy Blue trying to chill. You understand me? You understand me? Listen, we got 600 people, man. Let's get 600 likes, man. Smash the like button. So you know, somebody put the number in the chat room. If y'all don't know the number in the chat, y'all want me to drop the number in the chat? There you go, right there. My brother Dion Folks dropped the number in the chat. So go ahead and use that number, call on in, man, and let's talk about it. There we go. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Terry out of Austin, man.
What's good with you, Terry?
Hey, chilling, fam, chilling, fam. Hey, first of all, I just want to say thank you to all the hard work that you and the LDBC, young Pharaoh, and everybody else been putting on the pressure on the cat's neck.
I appreciate you. Salute to you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, salute. What I wanted to say real quick was the problem I think of getting everything turned over is what we're not really addressing is all the money that the exchange has. Like, how would all the people get their money back that betted on a fight that they bet for Wilder, and they turn around and just overturn the loss? How did they recoup their funds?
That's a good question. See, me myself, I couldn't answer that question because I never was a betting man, so I don't know. But I don't know how that works as far as Vegas and whatever place that you could place your bets. But I don't know about that part. You know, but as far as the money goes, I don't know so much if people would get their money back, but um, uh, 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 they could rule it a no contest. You see what I'm saying? And then
Right.
That loss in the loss column for Wilder disappears, and that green strap returns to his waist. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know if Wilder would wanted to go that way, because his competitive nature. He wants to win. He wants his belt back. And he wants to take it back. You understand? He don't want to hand it back to him, I'm sure. But
Right.
they do it the proper. And again, I'm going to say this again, right? Is that we're asking to look into it. What's wrong with
Right.
looking into it? It don't take no energy to look into it. And so you get too many people that just try to turn a blind eye to it for no reason. Right? You clearly see,
Yeah.
you get professional boxers that's coming out and they saying, world champions, experts, trainers, and they saying they ain't never seen a glove act in the manner that his glove acted. And on top of it,
Yeah.
there's visual proof. So now at this point in time, it's just showing and surfacing that you just don't like Deontay Wilder, so you're not in. You don't care. You see what I'm saying? So for people to make
Exactly.
videos and go on their platforms and say, "Oh man, that's not real. That's not." What do you mean it's not real? So you telling me there's special effects? There's no special effects. But go ahead, good brother.
Oh no, but that goes along. Well, what you were saying goes along with today's society anyway. We can see on film somebody get shot in the back 5 times while running away. They'll see somebody drop something on top of them, and then the cop will come back and say, "My life is threatened." And then you got people in the comments saying, "Well, we don't know what happened before the film started, so we have to give them the benefit of the doubt."
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this is the type of people we're dealing with. It's an illness, man. You see the truth, but you still deny it because you hate the person so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's all I had, good brother, man. I ain't gonna hold up the line. Let's get some other calls on here.
I appreciate you, good brother. Don't be a stranger. All right. Peace. That's what it is. He made a great point. You see it. We see it. Right? But it goes just like everything else that's going on with us in society. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, man? My name is Tristan. I'm from out here in San Antonio, Mike.
San Antonio. Salute to San Antonio, Texas, man.
Hey, salute to you too, bro.
How you feeling, good brother?
Hey, I'm feeling wonderful. My big question is, I'm new to the whole boxing training thing. So my question to y'all is, how come nobody noticed the floppy glove in the first round?
Yeah, you know what? And I'm going to say this, at least on my part. I didn't pay that close attention. And so I'm just now being aware of it. So and I should have, being a fan of the sport, what happens is you're in the moment, you're watching the sport, your adrenaline is pumping, and you don't pay attention to detail. But we should have.
Yeah.
We definitely should.
No, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Nah, see, my thing is, I got a call from my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother was like, dude, what's up with this whole sloppy glove thing? Is that a part of boxing? I was like, nah. I watched The Nine. I watched Blue Blood. I watched BFTV. I watched Blood Boxing Talk, and I honestly don't know what that is, or if it's even a rule that goes against it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we was going over the fight again, it was just like, is that a fist? And we was sitting over there looking at it, and it was like, I don't know if that's really a rule against it or if that's sport. But I look at y'all and I'm like, y'all are the people that I'm learning this sport from.
Mm-hmm.
So how did y'all not see this before we saw this? And this is in the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
So the second fight popped off, and we was watching. It was like, what's wrong with his legs? And then what's wrong with him? And then it went into the fight. It was like, this dude keeps punching with his wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right or is that wrong?
Mm-hmm.
No, so that's a question towards y'all, Cash, and to help me better understand a lot of this stuff that's going on.
No, you 1,000% right, man. You noticed, and maybe it's because, like you said, you new to the sport, and maybe it is because of that you pay attention to the little minor details. But no, you 1,000% right, good brother. You noticed, you picked up on something that we should have picked up on. We definitely. It's so many things in the fight. Now I go back and watch it because now it's brought to my attention. But I see, him fixing the glove, and you could see him actually fixing his hand in the glove in one of the rounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Maybe because, like I said, now it's been brought to my attention, so now I'm looking for it. And
So then
right, so go ahead.
I guess that I'm gonna hit on some barbershop conversation type stuff. Is when we hear a bunch of these cats sit up here and say that where should we come to a common ground, or where should we sit up here and try to have some negotiational aspect of the whole thing? It's like, nah, you were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You did wrong, and you need to be corrected for what you did wrong, and the person needs to be given back his belt for what you did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time, there's no ground in allowing these type of things to happen in this type of field. Because I watch your sport. I'm not your sport, your show.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that you say is you play football.
Mm-hmm.
I think you do like boxing or mixed martial arts or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you say you play within the ground. And prior to this conversation, you said before that you're gonna try to find a way to get a head up on your competition.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, I fully understand and agree with that. But you're not gonna do these dirty tactics like this.
Right.
So at what point in time do you say time and placement and adjustment and the thoughts in which you go ahead and do your action is past that boundary?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So my question to you is, should we stand up and fight for this?
Mm-hmm.
Or should we stand back and just allow this atrocity to keep going on to not just people like us, but anybody who plays a major sport?
Mm-hmm. No,
their life is put in danger. Because you look at the New Orleans Saints and you look at the headhunters, they had to pay a fine for what they did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the hockey player, they hit that hockey cat in the head with the stick. He had to pay for what he did wrong. So when is this cat gonna have to pay for what he's done wrong? Because if you look at history of Tyson Fury's fights, he has a lot of dirty tactics. When is he gonna pay for what he did?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my question to you.
Yeah, and that's why we doing what we doing today. So this don't go unnoticed. It won't go unnoticed no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From here on out, everything is going to be looked at in the sport with the magnifying glass. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to pay far more close attention to the things that we can pay attention to, the things that we can notice. You know what I'm saying? The hand wraps,
Yes,
we never going to see until after the fight because we're not in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? But what's taking place with the flappy glove and things of that nature afterwards, you 1,000% right. It's far too many times is in this sport, especially in this sport of boxing, where these guys put their life on the line. Now you could get seriously hurt in football, basketball not so much. Hockey you can. In baseball occasionally if you get hit in the right place with a
Yeah.
baseball. But for the most part in this sport, once you step through those ropes, your life is on the line. You never know if you're going to step back out the ropes the same way you stepped in them. And so you're 1,000% right. Every other sport has penalties. If you go across somebody in basketball and you undercut LeBron James, or you come across his face or something like that, that's a flagrant foul. You kicked out the game. You kicked out the game. In the NFL, if you grab a face mask, there's unsportsmanlike conduct, you kicked out the game. Right? Hockey, you got icing penalties, you get put in the penalty box, and then eventually you continue to be put in the penalty box, you kicked out the game. Major League Baseball, they send you to the locker rooms.
See, but we have those rules in place to keep these illegal actions from happening.
Mm-hmm. And
like they changed football cleats from not allowing you to have metal fit football cleats and are telling you that you have to have rubber football cleats, because what was the one problem that was happening?
Mm-hmm.
They were stepping on people with metal football cleats, and it will pierce your arm and it will hurt you.
Right.
So in boxing, why aren't these regulations or bumper blocks put into place?
Mm-hmm. And it seems like the
I look at, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So when I look at a lot of this stuff like this, I'm hearing feedback. That's why I keep saying I'm sorry.
Okay.
So my thing with this is, where can we put in these bumper blocks? Like, if they don't give Wilder back his belt,
Mm-hmm.
if they don't give it back to him, then we at least need to have these bumper blocks in the game, because this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are watching a man go in there with a glove fight, but then turn around and find out he's in a bare knuckle fight. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry for cussing on your channel.
No problem. No, you're right. And that's the thing. The only rule that seems to get enforced in the sport of boxing is low blows. That seems to be the only rule that gets, enforced. And I'm talking about during the action. That's the only rule that seems to get enforced, and that can't be the case anymore.
See, but that rule even sounds shaky. Because it's all determined on where your belt sits on your body.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other cat pointed out the other day that now Fury has a tendency of having his belt hot.
Mm-hmm. Right. Just like George Foreman used to do. And like George Foreman used to do, and that's what I'm saying, where everybody tries to stretch the rules within the game. Not to hurt anybody, just to get a slight advantage over your opponent. So Fury putting up his glove, pulling up his shorts, or George Foreman pulling up his shorts, so you're not your target area for his body is very, very slim to small. That's just an advantage he's trying to gain over you, for you not to be able to have such a big window to target his body. But he's not hurting anybody by doing that. You see what I'm saying? But with this, in this situation, this is no good, man. We can't have this.
No, we can't, and that's where we as a community and we as a group of people need it. I'm sorry, my phone. I'm watching you and I'm listening to me, and my phone keeps breaking up.
No problem, good brother.
But the thing is, we as a community of people need to come together and say, like, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not going to keep being your buck dancing slaves and as people out here and keep going through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least give us some fair rules and some aspect of things. You ain't doing nothing but gaining money off of us. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, at least allow us to have consciousness and some type of stability when it comes to when we walk away from the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at football, what's that brain memory thing that they have going on?
CTE.
Yeah. So when you look at that, they say, man, you good. Get back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we walk away from it, it's just like, I'm not giving you nothing. I didn't do that to you. You did it to yourself. That was your choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you speaking me on this subject because it's been heavy on my heart and it's been heavy on my mind.
No
but
doubt.
you a good dude. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
I appreciate you, good brother. Don't be a stranger.
Hey, most deaf.
All right. Peace. Yeah, man. You know, that's why we are doing what we doing, man. So that way, this don't just go by the wayside. You know what I mean? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Jamal. I'm calling from the city of Los Angeles.
Salute to LA, man. What's good with you?
Salute to you, brother. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, brother. Straight out of South Brooklyn. I've seen the fight, and I'm totally upset. I hope everybody out there can email the Nevada State Boxing Commission because it's not right. Mm-hmm. It's equivalent to a black man being shot dead by the police. They got the video and they're saying they were fighting for their life. Mm-hmm. You know, this ain't right.
Right.
This ain't right, man. I'm totally, pissed with this. You know, it's not right. I emailed the Nevada State Boxing Commission myself today. Mm-hmm. Everyone else can do so. I understand somebody put something up in the chat that there's a meeting down there in Nevada on March the 25th. If you live in Vegas, you need to be there to support our brother. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, but this ain't right.
Yep.
This ain't right. You know, salute to you, brother.
Appreciate you, good brother.
Okay, until then.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, we gotta, continue to grind. Salute. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Drew, Blue.
My guy, what's shaking with you?
What's good, family?
Ain't nothing, man. How you feeling, King?
Man. All right, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
Okay.
From a legal standpoint, two people get locked up. You stand in front of the judge. First thing they're going to do, they want to see what kind of person you are. Mm-hmm. If you have a track record, okay, let's say you got picked up, wrong place, wrong time, a bodega just got robbed, and you was around the corner. They picked you up, you fit the description, and now you're in front of the judge, and they're saying, yo, you got priors for robbery. You fit the description. So we're not going to let you go. We're going to hold you here until we figure this out. That's Tyson Fury. Mm-hmm. And they're not even looking at it like that, which makes me wonder. Deontay Wilder has a clean track record. This guy does not at all. And he's disgusting. All right. His track record that has been proven to be shaky. Mm-hmm. And based off of the evidence we have seen, we have reasonable cause to believe that guy cheated. Mm-hmm. You see the video, we see the still shots. You can't tell me that we're not seeing what we're seeing. This isn't magic. This is real life. And for the WBC to do everything to ignore what we're seeing and what we're showing them, it's outrageous. Mm-hmm. So I don't think in this day and age, in the Trump era, that they're going to entertain this right now. You know when they'll entertain it? They'll entertain it after Wilder knocks his head off into the first row.
Then they'll go back and revisit Glovegate as if they found something, totally ignoring us. And for the bozos, the trolls, and the buck dancing coons with tight tap shoes, I want you to understand something. The brother Young Pharaoh, Boxing Ego, Dante's Boxing Nation, all of those guys are separate entities. They're not LDBC. I just found out who Young Pharaoh was, I swear to God, like 3 weeks ago. Never heard of him. Until he just popped up in on my timeline somehow, and I'm just looking at all his evidence, and I'm like, yo, this cat's making sense. So I did my research. I went into his channel. This is the most boxing he's ever talked about. He has no horse in his race. There's been plenty of fights that he could have reviewed. He just didn't talk about it. He's not a boxing channel. In fact, he's more of an MMA guy. He's a boxing guy. This is wrong what's happening. And I'm not going to try and change people's minds, because if you don't like Wilder, I'm not going to change your mind. And I'm cool with that. I'm so cool with that. But I'm talking about the safety and the integrity of the sport. And how we're being treated as fans is unfair. Because I'm willing to bet if Fury got into the ring with AJ and AJ mopped the floor with him, and then AJ pops dirty for several different drugs, they'd be outraged. Let me give you a quick story. Matter of fact, Blue, I'm glad I'm talking to you. That night at the Haney fight, remember that? Remember I told you, I ran into Big Baby.
Right.
I stood in front of the brother. I gave him a pound. And I looked at him right in his eye. He had on shades, though. I said, bro, we was rooting for you. He hung his head. He said, he shook his head in a no position. He said, I know, bro. And I held his head tight. I said, yo, bam. And I gave him a look. And then he shook his head. He said, I know, bro. I know. I said, what you gonna do? He said, yo, don't worry, fam. I'm gonna get right. I said, my man. We took a picture, and he went about his business. That's who I am. I saw him. I acknowledged. I rooted for him. But when I thought that he was at fault, I backed off. And I am not an AJ supporter by far. But if he had got in there and whooped AJ's ass, and then we found out he popped dirty, I would hold him accountable. That's the difference between the LDBC and these trolls, and particularly these UK trolls. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what we do. But when you talk to a clown and you say, you know, Dillian White is holding meetings behind Oscar Rivas' back, he's popping dirty, he's changing gloves, these motherfuckers they want to act like that ain't even happening. So what's the difference between us and you is integrity. Y'all have none. Y'all have zero. Y'all ain't shit. And the fact that you're going to back Tyson Fury behind what we're showing you, you've been a hater. I don't even give you clowns airspace to speak to me. You guys are clowns, and the world is 360 degrees. You're going to get everything you pull out. And I'm going to say this before I get out of here. Wilder don't need to speak, because we're going to speak for him. And we need to protect young Pharaoh. We need to protect Fred. And you all the big dogs, because it's up to us. We've been alone. And we don't need to look to anybody for help. So what I want the brother Wilder to do, win that belt back, pull out a garbage can, throw that WBC in the trash, piss on it, dump a bottle of gasoline on it, set it on fire, hit up Charlo, tell him to do the same. Because it's apparently clear that these sanctioning bodies don't give a fuck about us as fans, and they don't give a fuck about their fighters. This is a sanctioning body that up the level of communal that can be found in the system because Canelo popped dirty. This is what we're dealing with here. So when I talk about integrity, this is shit I'm talking about. So you guys that are always talking about we're playing a race card or whatever, listen, these guys are acting like they're scared to approach Fury with this shit. I really want you to think about what happened. He beat the American champion. You niggas celebrated. He's saying, bye-bye, Mr. American Pie. And got invited to love you, brother. By the way, I spoke to Freddie Pendleton, and he said he was poisoned during the Phil's Trinidad fight by his own trainer.
Wow.
He said that.
Wow.
So he says he wasn't the first. He won't be the last. He believes that Wilder was poisoned because everybody looked lethargic. But I'm going to do a whole conversation like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
LDBC strong.
Yes, sir.
We here, fuck the haters.
Yes, sir.
Stay up.
Peace, good brother. Man, y'all said the sound went off, man. I knew that was coming. So we gonna end it right there, man. Cause I gotta go do my taxes. So salute to y'all, man. I don't know if y'all can hear me now. I don't know what's going on with the sound, man. I'm hearing all types of echoes. Salute to my peoples, man. I don't know if y'all can hear me, man. It said Blue is purposely cutting off. Why would I purposely cut off the sound? I wouldn't purposely cut off the sound. I was purposely cutting off the sound. What are you talking about, man? Anyway, man, salute to my brother, man, Drew Tyson cooking. I was waiting for him to call in to cook, man. I was going to let him cook the other day, but I didn't get a chance to go live. So, you know, salute to my peoples, man. Appreciate y'all 1,000%, man. I appreciate y'all, man. So salute, man. Smash the like button, man. Get them likes up to 600. And y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue, man. It's the grind. It's the grind. The grind don't stop, man. It's the grind, man. So salute to y'all, man. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all 1000%, man. Antonio Wright, salute. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue, man, signing off, man. Shouts out to the entire LDBC, man. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Blue, man, signing off. Salute. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all 1000%, man. Peace and blessings.